Basswood County is an analog horror series about a town haunted by monstrous killers made by the artist Darkmind. It wears its inspirations on its sleeve, but the delivery is really solid, and there's some great scenes and great art. I recommend checking it out at the link below. We watched it on stream recently, so I hope you enjoy my reaction. I'm getting straight into it. Basswood County Humanoid Alert, analog horror. Let me know if this is loud enough. It's kind of loud. Local authorities issue it. Whoops. I was looking away.
This is a warning from Basswood County Police Department to the residents of Basswood County and neighboring counties. We have received alerts about a humanoid creature that invaded the county. It has been 11 murders till now. The victims' bodies show decapitation, absence of arms and hands due to amputation,
Getting straight into it.
stabbing in the neck. It is clear that there is a hostile creature around you and you should do the following. Close your doors and windows. Grab any weapon. Hide in your basement or the attic.
These are the characteristics of the creature. Let's go. Tall, long limbs, long neck, long fingers, unnatural face, menacing eyes and smiling. Short, brown hair. Okay. Ooh. He's tall. Average human compared to the creature. How long is this video?
To make you able to identify this creature, we are going to show you 5 police sketches that were drawn according to eyewitnesses' descriptions.
Not enough analog horror uses like real footage. Like it's just a small touch, but
to
like
make you able to identify this
it just makes it so
creature,
different.
We are going to show you 5 police sketches that were drawn according to eyewitnesses' descriptions.
Like, you know, why there's no reason why they couldn't do something similar, right? But it's just a really nice little touch. Just to set it apart a little bit. It's good. Can't hear Microsoft Sound's voice without being reminded of Arby's in the cheese. Is it Meow? The guy's art is giving me emotions I never knew I had. It's great. He does some great spooky stuff, doesn't he? Figure 1. Figure 2. So this is what the spooky guy looks like, right? Looks like a normal guy. Okay. Now we're getting a bit spooky. Let's go. Let's go. We got the analog horror. Black and white faces. Let's go, bros. Owl Eye Street, Basswood County. Oh, we got footage. Oh, sick. Oh, and it's 2022, is it? That's creepy. Oh. The creature. A victim's home. Look like my neighbors? I hope they don't look like your neighbors. Yeah, that was very Pennywise, wasn't it? Oh, wow. So the first video was 2022, and this one's 98. Like 24 years difference. Gonna get a jump scare. Ooh. Oh, that got me. Oh, that got me. Oh, that still got me. Oh, man. Oh, that's even though it like was a fake out. It did a fake out jump scare and then it did a real jump scare and it still got me. Okay. I like it. Just owned. Was found in the victim's basement. Detective Jeff Alberson. Hang on, what does that say? From the creature something will kill thee and thy family. Thee to cutteth thee to pieces. What is it like? From the something from the creature runneth, twill kill thee and thy family, twill cutteth thee to pieces. It looketh liketh a human. Something like that. That's cool. That's really cool art, though. I really like that. I've been looking at a lot of woodcuts lately. And this obviously isn't a woodcut, but it's that similar style. Looks sick. Medieval English, yeah. This one's 98 as well. This thing's been around for a while. Oh, it's coming. Oh, Lord, he's coming. Oh, that's creepy. Image fan just beside a disposable camera that belongs to the victim. That's a creepy picture, man. That's great. That's great. Nice, spooky, straight into it. Good, good. More analog horror should be like this. It's nothing groundbreaking so far, but doesn't have to be, you know. Doesn't have to be groundbreaking. Just has to be spooky, and this is spooky. Some good scares without being obnoxious. You know, other series would be like screaming, but no, it's just nice and spooky. So, have you seen this face poster? Reminds me of Terminator's Percolate. Yeah. It's going to last 1 second in a 4chan user's house. To think of it, most memorable moments of Big Analog Horror series features real footage. Mimic encounter in Vaticanus, Mandela made of the accents with it. This one starts with... That's true, yeah. Like, the spooky faces are spooky, right? You know. It always gives you a good spook. But you're right. A lot of the memorable moments are like the real footage stuff. Small analog horror PSA. Always supervise your children if they're on a device. My daughter found a way to Vita Carnus and had to explain. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that'd be awful. Yeah, you gotta be so careful with YouTube. There's just so much weird stuff on YouTube. Even in the kids stuff. It's just people put weird stuff up there. Okay, next episode. That was good. It was with which kind of analog horror, a monster that looks like a human being. Uncanny Valley kicks in. Yeah, it was very Uncanny Valley. Favorite part of this whole thing, I love how it's sudden, but not like a jump scare. There's no noise, and suddenly multiple photos are shown of it getting closer when you hear it running. Yeah, I really like that. This part here. I guess you could technically call it a jump scare because it does go straight in your face, right? But it's not just like screaming. I thought it was a good way to do a jump scare, and because it builds that tension up properly. I don't think when you build the tension up properly, I don't think it counts as a jump scare, because a jump scare is just like going boo, right? But this is like it builds it up and builds it up and builds it up, and then pretends to release it with the fake out, and then it does it, and it was like, yes, that's great. So Only complaint is that stock assets from Google page 1 that even I recognize. Oh, is there? Where was that? Where was the stock assets? Was it these?
Still creature around you and you should do the following.
She's scared for about a month and now she likes horror stuff. Kids love...
Grab any weapon.
I have 2 young relatives and the little girl absolutely loves that. What's that? It's not Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's Huggy Wuggy. What's that Huggy Wuggy series? With the pink one as well. She absolutely loves that series. She goes mad for it. And it's like, what? This is like horror and there's like blood and stuff. And like, what's going on here? The breathing the last part of the VHS noises. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a cool picture. Puppy Playtime, that's the one. Yeah. She's absolutely mad for Puppy Playtime. And it's like, this is just bizarre. This is bizarre for me, but I don't know. People do screamless jump scares, and when the creature is fast enough to kill the victim before they get a chance to scream, shows the danger of the creature. That's like in when you're playing Lethal Company. Lethal Company. The creatures are just fast enough to kill you before you can even react. Oops. This button. Here we go. Okay. Detective Jeff Alberson's tapes, 1988, Basswood County, episode 2. No captions this time. During the investigation of one of the victim's houses, Detective Jeff Alberson found some tapes recorded by Redacted, the house owner. Okay. Classic setup. Lethal Company or Lobotomy Corporation. The police scanned the tapes and found the recordings of the victim's rooms before the breaking into his house by the Anomaly. Okay, so that's the name of it now, the Anomaly. Under the supervision of Detective Jeff Alberson, the tapes were named Jeff Alberson's Footage Collection Tapes 1998, as they were collected by him. Okay, that makes sense. Police also found a sketchbook that belonged to the victim. These were the drawings inside of it. Okay, that's this. There always has to be like a way to justify what's on screen. And the creator of this being an artist wants to show off their art, right? That's sort of like with the what's it called again? The Painter series that everybody was dunking on not long ago. The point of it, the creator literally stated the point of that series was to sell his artworks. And so it's about a serial killer who paints his victims. So, you know, it's funny seeing the different ways that people justify adding certain elements in that they obviously want to be in there. So Urban Spook, that's the one, Urban Spook. Yeah, it's funny. Not that I'm complaining, because you know, at the end of the day, right? Who cares? But it's just funny. Okay. Oh, that's creepy. Is it just sitting there letting you sketch it? Does it haunt people for a while before it eats them? It probably does, right? Basswood County Police Department. Okay, this is the Alberson footage. Is that an actual tape that he made? Yeah, it is. Sick. See, do this. Do like little bits like this. Like, you know, I would recommend not doing... For newer series, I would recommend not doing like actual acting, because getting a good actor is hard and having a bad actor will ruin your series. But little small snippets, perfect. Do more of it. It adds another dimension to it. It really elevates it. It bumps it up a notch, right? Voice acting is tough too, right? Voice acting is really hard to get right too. So you've got to be super careful. And of course, it does depend on what the purpose is. If the purpose of it is to, like we were talking about before, if the purpose is to sell art, make a series about art. If the purpose is to practice acting, make a series where you're front and center in the camera, right? So but if the purpose is to make a scary, like, good series, you have to be really careful and really strict about what you add. And acting, 9 times out of 10, acting will just ruin it. Like, I don't think the acting in Mandela Catalog's episode, I think it was 3 or 333, where he started putting more acting into it. I don't think that acting was very good for the most part. And I think it lowered the quality of the whole thing. That being said, Mandela Catalog had some amazing scenes which bumped it up and sort of evened it out. But you had to be brutal with what you cut out. And it's okay to cut out things that you've worked hard on in an art piece. It's okay to cut that out if it detracts from the overall experience. But again, it depends on what the purpose is. If the purpose is to practice acting, then do whatever, right? Who cares? Gonna hear about horror series would be monsters killing people and how spooky they are, but it does bait and switch and monsters pit fighting. That'd be fun. Jump scares are the non sequitur of horror. Tension and release is the bread and butter of horror. Release with no tension makes for a cheap jump scare. Tension with no release creates dread and unease. Exactly, Wheel Skeleton. Exactly. You can earn a scare, right? And that's what this series did in the last episode. It earned those scares. They weren't just like out of nowhere. They were all very well earned. And yeah, and analog horror is also really good at building the tension and just not releasing it as well. This one has been releasing it so far. We'll see how it goes, but analog horror in general is actually really good. That's one of the things that's great about analog horror and stuff like I think there's stuff like Skinamarink pushes it too far. He doesn't release the tension enough. But that's sort of the idea, right? Is where it just keeps building and building and building that tension. So, if people willingly put themselves in there to appease a demon, that is more than... Okay, let's keep going. Oh, actually, more real life footage. Excellent. But sorry, just to pause again. That comes back to the intention and skill level discussion we were having before, right? Where just to recap because that wasn't recorded, where when you're making something, there is an intention of what you want to make, and then there is a skill level of how well you can make what you intend to, right? So if you want to make an analog horror series and like your aim is to make something spooky, right? So your intention is to make a spooky series, but then your skill level will never be able to match exactly what you want to make. No matter what, even if you're an absolute master and you want to make something simple, you will never perfectly match what you want to make, right? But most of the time, people want to make something that's better than their skill level because that's just naturally what people do. So even if you're just making a series to sell paintings, if you're just making a series to or not just, but sorry, primarily to practice acting or practice other things, practice video editing, it's still worth the criticism there. People criticizing it for not being spooky enough, for not delivering on what the goal is. It's still worth the criticism there because that's part of the process too, right? So, you know, if you didn't want to make something spooky, then you would make something else, even if the primary point of it is to practice, acting, video editing, something else. You still chose that genre for a reason. You still chose analog horror. You still chose whatever it is for a reason. So it's worth it being judged on that level because that's something you practice too. If that makes sense, right? So yeah. Okay. So these tapes were found in a victim's house. Camera 1, bedroom window. Okay, that's spooky. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, man. The dude's just here. He's actually a pretty charming fellow when you look at him up close, isn't he?
"3 weeks of masquerade as a French nobleman, and now it is time for you to change back and return to your provincial university. And if I..."
Oh, hang on. What was that? What was that? Viewing of this tape is prohibited by law. I love it. I love it how otherwise, usually they're like, anybody who isn't like a cop isn't allowed to view this one. This one's like, nah, nobody is allowed to view this one. Everybody goes to jail if they view this one. Don't be perfect or good enough. You're not going to prove yourself to your imagined standards, and besides that, the audience and user isn't going to notice an off-pixel thing. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, as long as you get close enough, right? As long as you try your hardest. It's... Bring in a bedroom door frame like Rumi, I threw up. I threw up. Identity test.
You will be shown images of human faces to test your recognition of uncanniness in them. We can hear you.
Normal? Not normal. Normal, yeah. Okay, wait, hang on. Is this normal or not normal, guys? I reckon this one's normal. It's gotta be normal, right? Normal, excellent. Normal, not normal. Normal, definitely. There's actually a game that's like this. Oh, my friend Grimmy was playing it, and I kind of wanted to play it too. What was it called? I have it saved somewhere. Silk Bulb Test. I want to play Silk Bulb Test at some point. I'm just going to get into it. Definitely normal. Excellent. Be easy if the lighting was better in these. I have a feeling it's going to be... Yeah! I was going to say, I have a feeling it's not going to be that hard very soon. This guy looks normal, right? This guy's definitely not... No, he's normal. Look at him. Yeah, he's friend-shaped. If this guy appeared outside your bedroom window at 3 a.m. or better, in your bedroom doorway at 3 a.m., perfectly normal. Perfectly normal, guys. Come on. Look at him. He's so friendly. He's got a big smile. He's like got nice big eyes to see you with. Like, obviously. A botched facial reconstruction, you reckon? I can't see anything wrong with his face. Is it? Oh, it's his hairline. Yeah, okay. Yeah, his hairline's a bit high. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Ask me my financial advisor. Not normal? What? Now that doesn't make a lick of sense. What does his face look like? That's cool. That's cool. I will tell your mind. I will tell you what your mind cannot comprehend. William Afton image? Yeah. That was cool. Cool. It kind of reminds me of that one series we watched the other week. Ah, this is sick. No. Oh no. This is actually scary. Oh, this is actually scary. Which one's it going to be, guys? I actually don't know. I reckon it's going to be this right one. I reckon. No, it's a. I don't want to look. I don't want to look at it. Visual hazard? You're no kidding. The failure of Jeff Alberson. Oh, it didn't even show us. Oh, didn't even show us. Wait, so Jeff Alberson got owned? He got owned 4 years after 98. Okay. It's staring. Yeah, he got chased by the thing. Freaking leg in a fishnet. Oh, fudge! That got me. Oh, that got me. I know. A chamber in the woods where they come from. A door to a realm. We know where you are, where you live. 92? This is the earliest shot we've got so far. The Mandela catalog whispers. I think that was a little bit of a cheap jump scare. The whispers. Just a little. Oh, what is that? What is that? Some weird art piece? What the hell is he? What the hell? Oh, that's creepy. Identity test? Oh, that was a good one. That was a really good one. Look, again, nothing like groundbreaking, but just really good delivery. I think it peaked here. And then it just didn't drop it. It was like, oh, get owned. I actually kind of like that. I kind of like that. I think analog horror in particular is really good at just saying, no, you don't get to see this now. Like you just don't get to see it, and that's fine. And I think it leaves it entirely up to your imagination, and it basically just straight up tells you, no, you can't see this. It is up to your imagination, you know. I like some of this art was sick. I love these pictures in this little segment here. This picture, I love this picture. I don't know why. This picture in particular, I think is just sick. This is 02. Is this the detective? Because the detective failed in quotation marks. In 2002. So this might be him. Might be the detective. Can you hear the frog? It's like super loud. Wop 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 wop. We love the tests. We love the normal, not normal tests. Can't go wrong. This, yeah, the shower scene, perfect. Actual perfect delivery, I think. After this build up, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Then the failure of Jeff Alberson, that's really interesting. I immediately want to know more, like what the hell is going on, right? Like he failed? Want to hear the frog so bad? He's in a pipe outside. I can't go get him, unfortunately. So something happened to Jeff here. He got twisted. I would like to see what the actual text says. So hard to read. Recently, the police has discovered something by a humanoid entity, which it's a voice? What do you guys reckon that says? Recently, the police has discovered murders by a humanoid entity that something victims lures victims with a voice. Okay. Recently, police has discovered murders by a humanoid entity that lures victims with its voice. Okay. It's staring at me. Okay, so this is the so in 2002, Detective Alberson is getting chased by the entity, and where is it? Jump scare. Oh, is that the detective? Because he's got a hat on. Does the detective wear a hat? Yes, it's him. That's the detective. He got transformed into a monster. Okay. It's a mimic. Oh, it could be a mimic. Wait, you reckon mimic? You reckon this says mimic? Where was it? Recently, police has discovered murders by a humanoid entity that... No, it doesn't look like mimics. It says lures. Yeah, this says lures. But... So I wonder if... So there's two options here, right? It's mimicking them, or it can transform people into similar entities. What if it doesn't turn them into monsters, but steals their voices and faces? Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yes, you are actually right, because it says lures victims with its voice, and if it's stealing voices, then that makes sense. Because it cuts its victims up, doesn't it? Like it rips its head off. It cuts their heads off, but it also cuts their throats up. So if it could be literally stealing their vocal cords. So yes, that seems to be what it's doing. The only thing I didn't like in this video was this. That just felt a bit non sequitur compared to everything else. It didn't really fit the rest. This was cool. What a weird setting this is. Like a museum or something. How odd. Very odd. But yeah, great video. Really like that one. This is shower scene. I guess the whole build, including the build up too. So this whole segment up to here is my favorite part. Up to 2 minutes is my favorite part of the whole series so far. But this whole video was good. So great video. A lot of people will say it's Mandela catalog copy, but I don't care. There's sort of human face in the design inherent to. Please avoid the use of jump scares. I guess, yeah. Sudden cuts to the images of these entities felt jarring and felt more like I was looking at a picture of a monster than the monster itself. I don't know. I guess. Not really. I don't agree with that criticism, so. Weeping Angels type, like it can't move when you're looking at it. I wonder. It's sort of, no, I don't think so, because in the previous one, there was the pictures of it moving. Where was that? Was it the first one, maybe? It might have been the first one. Let's get these in order. Yeah. This one? Yeah, here, this one. So the person is looking at it here, and it and it runs directly towards him. So I don't think that's the case. I think most of the time we just see it standing still because the guy is like actually drawing these pictures. So, so it's hard to actually make it like move. I'm guessing these are Eldritch horrors, like some kind of Lovecraft monsters. You do a lot with the incomprehensible. Play around with the aesthetic. It's grainy in colors, but imagine bending this in different ways. Like there's a freak out moment. You have colors present. Sudden high image quality. That'd be neat. That'd be neat. There is a difference between criticisms and suggestions. I think it's usually more that people say, "Oh, you should suggest how to do it better." Like, no, don't suggest how to do it better. You should. So when you're criticizing something, some people like suggestions. I think that suggestions aren't that valuable unless they're explicitly asking for it. Because the artist has a specific idea in mind and your criticism should basically say you're not hitting that, right? If I want to make something spooky and you say, well, it's not spooky, it's like, oh, okay, then I'll try something else. And the whole point of the artist is to figure out what to try. Suggestions help, you know, but I do think that they should be kept separate from criticisms. People tend to think of them as the same thing, but I think they should be different. Because you know, you might say, oh, you know, you should try this. You know, for example, right? He says you should try color, and maybe the artist, they don't want to use color for whatever reason. You know, maybe it's a self-imposed restriction. They're not using color at all for this series, right? So then it's a completely pointless suggestion. For example, I don't know actually, right? But you know, possible to turn the concept of many creatures in a trench coat into a horror? You probably could. I think totally agree with you. Most of the lack of high quality of creative shots are from my lack of equipment or good editing software. I've tried my best at starting analog horror series, making images and drawings to depict the monsters. Had many imaginations of making better live action scenes with animation, but needed equipment as this is all done on my phone. It's all done on his phone? What the hell? This is great for just being on phone. That's awesome. No, I think he's I think it's good. Like you know, obviously there's a lot of inspiration from Mandela Catalog, but it's like complaining about how much Doom influence there is in first person shooters, right? It's like, yeah, okay. It's okay to be influenced by the things that were huge in a genre, like it's okay. And I do think some of the more explicit stuff, like this one jump scare here, I think that's a bit much. But other than that, it's like, no, it's great. So color would take away, honestly. I think you could do it if you did it carefully. I think it would work. But yeah, I think it's good as is. Like pure black and white works very well. So I think it works very well. So okay, next one. Oh, next one's really short. Only 51 seconds. He added the color. Mandela Color started on the phone too. Really? Wow. Okay. Peaceful life.
How can you live a peaceful life? Do not care about people's opinions. Get out. Sit in a park, around the trees, where you can watch the sea. Feel the breeze in your skin. And remember, when you are not running, I'm only getting closer.
That was funny. Is that supposed to be funny? That was interesting though. Get closer. That was a good little fun one. He took that suggestion to use color a lot more in this one, didn't he? It feels like a shitpost horror, doesn't it? That's fun. Special type of jump scare horror named Void. This is basically it, really. Okay, well we can probably skip that one. Todd Howard. Oh, wear your skin as a suit. Let's go. The chamber in the woods where they come from. 4th video of Basswood County. Oh, this one doesn't count at all. Basswood County short tape. Okay. Okay. Let's watch. Then we just got 2 more after this. This is the longest one. And then the next 2 are a lot shorter. Okay. Let's watch. Wait, what's this one called? The Chamber. Oh, so this would be referencing the chamber that they come from, because in a previous episode it said there was a chamber in the woods where they come from, and they said it again in the description. Chamber in the woods where they come from. Mr. Calvin Basswood discovered an odd building in the woods in 1868. He discovered it in what is now named after him, Basswood County. In his diary, he said it looked like something from the future, a building that no one knew it existed. No one knew he built it. He entered the building and saw people. They looked like human beings, but something was strange about them. They showed no emotions or response. They had unnatural limbs and tree roots coming from their backs. So the creatures, the anomalies, they began to show hostile behavior. He escaped the place. He called it the Chamber. Interesting. I'll wear your skin as a suit. This is classic analog horror, this setup. Like the picture at top and the text down the bottom. Missing Andy Stevens. Poor Andy. Wait, is that the face? Yeah. Okay. Andy Stevens after the transformation. So... Philadelphia group. In 1996, a group of researchers from Philadelphia, US went to investigate the cases of missing people in only 1 month in Basswood County. They went across the county and Basswood Forest, recording the journey. This is what they saw. Ooh. So name of your spooky county, Morley? Duke County. Okay, so they do transform people. That's interesting. So so there's murders and then there's missing people, and the missing people I guess they take to the chamber and then transform them. Oh, this is the chamber. What the hell? I live in Duke County. Hey, Catholic Phoenix, how you doing, man? You know what? I would just burn the chamber down is what I would do. I would just burn it down. You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. Where's the spooks? Where's the spooks? Don't see me that much, dude. Don't see me that much. They entered the chamber. Oh, what the hell? Location, the chamber, right corner. Is he okay? Left zone, entrance in the hallway. I tell you what, what does that say? I don't know. Television playing a distorted face with a VCR and a tape titled Identity Test. Oh, it's the Identity Test video. Tell you what your mind cannot comprehend. Ah, there we go. Spooky stuff's happened. Guy who watches analog horror. Nope, spooky thing, burn it. Yeah, exactly. Clock table with human remains and a skull on it. Location, the chamber, left corner. corpse of a woman with breaks and holes in her body. Her eyes were missing and her mouth had no teeth in it. Her skin was melting like wax. Roots coming from his back. The group got out of the chamber and they went to Basswood Forest. They see that and they're like, you know what? Let's keep going. No, I don't think so. Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it. Spooky. What the hell? That's creepy. Only 2 members of the group out of 7 survived. The chamber map. Ah, okay. Spooky. The window where they come from. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that was a window above the guy and he got his fucking head melted. I think everything runs on all fours. That would be spooky.
What is a human?
Good question.
Hello, I am Doctor. In this tape I will teach you about the human anatomy. The human is a chamber for them. I will show you how they will control your body. Here is the human head, where consciousness exists. Here are the nerves. That's how the head looks after the creatures use it.
Oh, okay. So they climb out the...
These are the small nerves.
The creatures like climb out of the eyes?
Is the core. They create it so they can control your body. Here is the structure of a humanoid brain. The brain of a humanoid is different from the brain of the humans. It functions only to serve one purpose. Let us in. Here are the characteristics of a humanoid. Long limbs, long fingers, tall, roots coming out of its back, can extend their neck. Uncanny facial features, no emotions.
Broken human. Transformation of the humanoid. Stage 1, true form. Stage 2. Okay. Takes time for them to reform the face. Yeah, to look like a human. Okay. To look like you. Okay. So they get inside of a human and then they transform the body. But then they end up reshaping the face to look similar to what it started as. But then eventually it breaks anyway. Okay. And like they get longer limbs and the roots start coming out of their back. Interesting. Okay. This is making a bit more sense now. Speaking like a horror voice, man, your mic levels are fucked. I can't hear the gruesome fate I'm about to suffer. Hey, Procreations, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. We're watching Basswood County. Okay. Didn't like this one as much. This one was a lot slower than Identity Test. This is interesting, this part with the doctor.
Hello,
I
I'm
like
Doctor.
it, but
In this tape, I will teach you
it wasn't as
about the human
good.
anatomy. The human is a chamber for them.
I don't think any of the spooks really worked in this one. There weren't really any spooks, I think. It was just an info. At some point, every analog horror series just has an episode where it's like a big info dump, and they're never that interesting. Out of the ones we've watched, they haven't been that interesting. And that's what this one was, unfortunately. So, at a wedding in Mexico, goodness gracious. Congratulations. How's the stream going? Yeah, really well. I've been really enjoying. I know I was just complaining about this episode, but I've been really enjoying Basswood County so far. They're back again. Was there a big break? There must have been a big break between the episodes. July, August, June, July, August. Oh, there was January to August. There was a big break, like 6 months. Okay. Basswood County Killer. Okay, that was August, and then this one is 1 month ago. Oh, there was like a couple in a short time. What's it about? So there is like parasite things that can take over people and then transform them into monsters, and we don't know why they do that yet. Because they like to kill people and they like to kidnap people. And yeah, we don't know why yet. This time the humanoid is a serial killer. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's watch this one. Basswood County Killer Analog Horror. Let's go.
All residents of Basswood County must stay alert for a suspected murderer. Close any entrance to your house and grab a firearm.
Oh. This is very Painter.
This is a Basswood County warning. There's a criminal on their gun, but witnesses who lived have said that he is not a normal human being. He runs around at an unusual speed.
He runs at an unusual speed.
He's not seen normally by no animals. He starts to kill his prey. Sometimes he toys with them. That does not kill them, just leaving them traumatized. And this is the last found footage of the criminal at the moment of his stop, captured by our affiliated advanced CCTV programs.
Basswood County sucks. It's been good so far. Why is he standing in a bucket? Hang on. No, why was he standing in a bucket? Why is he in a bucket? What is going on here? What is going on? Oh, the place. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I would not want to live in Basswood County. Nah, you know what? The second time I heard about gruesome murders done by some sort of weird parasitic entity, I'd be like, you know what? I like the weather, but the place just isn't for me. You know? Standing behind the bucket. No, he's in the bucket. You can see. Like it loops around him. He is in the bucket. See, look, you can. It maybe it's not coming through on the thing, but yeah, he's in it. He's in the bucket. Is that all it takes to trap these guys? Is to put buckets down? Rent's cheap, but there are the horrors. I could replicate those analog horror faces. It looks like greasy. I love the horror aesthetic. I want to do it too. Maybe we'll do that for a stream sometime. Try and make some of these horror faces. Ooh, that was spooky. I feel like that could have been better. I feel like I usually like wait until the end of the episode to criticize it, but flashing on, you had the great. You know what you could have done? You could have done the same thing that you did with the shower curtain. Have the hands come around, and then the face slowly looks around. That would have been scarier, I think. What's this? It's hard for you to make silly horror faces. You have to wire Salvador money per facial flex. Oh, is it moving? That was creepy. It is moving. That's weird. I didn't like this episode as well. I didn't like it. One real pet peeve of mine is when they do like radio or police announcements or something like that, and it's nothing, like it's not even close to what a radio or a police announcement would be like. It doesn't have to be perfect, but
Close any entrance to your house and grab a firearm.
Police wouldn't. Was this police?
Of Basswood
Well, it's like an official announcement of some kind.
You must stay alert for a suspected
They wouldn't
murder.
use this language at all.
Close any entrance to your house and grab a firearm.
It would be like, there's a dangerous suspect on the loose. He's suspected. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like the right terminology.
Basswood County. Warning. There's a criminal on the run. But witnesses who lived have said
And this doesn't
that
feel right
he's
either.
not a normal human being. He's not seen for them, just leaving them traumatized. And
It's always good to get reference for this sort of stuff, to look up like actual announcements and see how they phrase it, and then just rip it, take it and copy it. And this is just funny. It wasn't spooky because why is he standing in a bucket? Why is he standing in a bucket? What is going on? I like this part. This was cool. And then I didn't like this scare very much. It was okay, but it could have been. You've done the same scare better. And I like this. This is cool. He's one of the bath. Yeah, that was a weak episode. I'm afraid I didn't like it very much. You've done it better. You've done it better. Salvador's monitor broke a couple of nights ago, and the Fear and Hunger community raised him money to get a new one in a couple of hours. Oh, that's really cool. I completely missed that. Oh, he did mention that happening. I completely missed that on. He must, if he posted it on Twitter or whatever. But that's really nice of him. Well, they do analog horror involving the miasma incident during the New Ghost podcast. Fear and Hunger analog horror, the miasma incident. Amisa's Blue. Oh, yeah, that's the Amisa's Blue is the source one, right? I'll write that down. I'll take a look at that. Speaking of Salvador, I've got him working on some new art. It's coming along well. He just posted an update. I won't spoil it yet, but it's looking sick. Missed some of the breaking news because of the time the news reached Victoria. Sales fans had already had. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good to hear. He deserves it. He's a great guy. Salvador does great art. So Next one. Okay, this is the current episode before you sleep. We've got a great looking face. Are you still awake? Loving it already. 7th Hay from Basswood County. Okay. Actually, let's look at this. Let's look at the comments on this last one. What's this me feeling uncomfortable and spooked? Love the creature you've created for this series. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the guy's design, right? I didn't hate the design. Oh, where is it? Like I like the art. The art's always good, right? What if I didn't run? What if I'm not a coward? What if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try? So true. It's where literally everyone's out doing urban spook now. Oh, see, I wasn't the only one who noticed the urban spook similarity there. This is me watching my popcorn pop in the microwave. Fear and Hunger Analog Series finishing the night twerker. What do you wait for? It just doesn't move out of Basswood. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay. This is the current episode, the latest one. It was from like almost just under 2 weeks ago by Darkmind. This actually I saw him post this, and that's when I went and hit him up. I was like, can I watch this on stream? After he posted this, so. Nah, I'd win. I'm different. I'm just built different. I feel like my soul is being dragged into that place. A parasite taking over my mind. I can't sleep anymore. I'm going insane. Strong start.
Welcome to Basswood County's informational tapes. After many reports of lack of sleep, degrading mental health due to insomnia and night terrors, this tape will give you methods to have a healthy sleep and make a spiritual distance between you and V.
That's creepy. Still awake. I like the typing effect though. That's cool. Like it's actively communicating with you.
Go to bed at an even hour. This means that you go to sleep at 10 p.m., 12 a.m., 2 a.m. and avoid the odd hours as they may put you at risk of the wanderer effect, which makes you sleepwalk.
Okay.
Look at the clock before sleeping. Is it ticking? Is it ticking? Or is it stopped?
Sweet. Bury your consciousness. Let them in.
So they take you over when you sleep? Oh, it's over. That's right, this is a short one. Right. It was okay. It was okay. Subscriber, I'll come for you. That's great. I should start saying that. Spooky horror monsterverse, spooky VTuber. To be honest, my money's on the Duke. Look, I'll take you up on that bet. This is interesting. So this is interesting lore, but it's like not that spooky. Yeah. Not really delivering on the spooks in the last couple. Music immediately gave me an image of posing TF2 heavy for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Did that feel spooky? That didn't really feel spooky to me. Illustrations of the humanoids carry so much of fear factor in the series. Major props for your mastery of the Uncanny Valley. I do like his art. Like, I do like the art, but it just... I don't know. I feel like it's just not... Like, this was cool. I don't know what it is. Identity Test, like, was the absolute peak, and then everything else is just like... I don't know, falling a bit flat after that. Am I just... This happened for the last couple too, where like the second or third one I liked the most, and then the rest of them I didn't like very much. Do I just get like mentally burned out when watching these, or is it actually that the best one is like the second or third one? What I think is happening is that the first one is always very simple, very simple. They're usually just sort of copying other things and figuring out their own style. I actually like the first one here, but usually that's sort of the case where it's pretty simple. And then the second and third one is when they start hitting their stride and it gets a lot more interesting. And then for some reason everybody just sort of stops. And they're just really, I don't know, I just didn't like, really, they're okay. Well, they're not bad, but they're just no spooks, like at all. You're just watching too much analog horror that the start and the end don't work for you. The first episode is set up, second end is a resolution, only the middle shows the best ideas. That's true, but none of these are finished, though. They're not finished. So none of them are actually ended yet. We're still in the middle. I don't think we've watched a series that's actually finished yet. Hey, cool look, how you doing? What do you guys think? Am I being too harsh on it? Did Identity Test really have the best ideas? And so my opinion is that Identity Test was the best one with the coolest ideas, and like this whole scene here was really cool, really well done. And then these ones were just sort of fell flat. Did these fall flat for you guys as well? Or am I just being too harsh? What is the smile tapes? Let me just copy that link. I'll check that out later. Because I think that I actually think that these ones are a lot more standard analog horror. Push from the start, so I genuinely know. We just watched it. I'll link it again in a sec. I'll just link the channel now. Here's the channel it's in. Oh, start of the series, yeah. It's in playlists, and then it's Basswood County. It's that one we're watching. I don't know what these are. But the art is cool. So I think what I didn't like about the chamber. Okay, so what I didn't like about the chamber was that most of the horror was not woven in with the real stuff. The best horror is when it's woven in with the real stuff. And then all of the horror here is all these drawings. And the drawings are cool, but they're just drawings. And then it sort of fell a bit flat. Where was it? It was like here? Where we actually see some spooks? So the dude's in like the woods? He was around here, wasn't it? Wasn't it at the end? Yeah, like I think that these just come across as like still images. So they're not as spooky. And I know it's a lot harder to do that than it is to do something like, you know, how it came out at you when he's walking down the hallway. Yeah, this one, when it came out at you. I feel like it needs to be woven in a bit more with the real life footage. Because if you just keep doing the same thing again, this was great. That was great doing that. That was fantastic. And then this one is just like, okay, spooky guy here, and it's like, okay, I get it. Maybe the build up wasn't good enough here, because I wasn't like this. So this is spooky, and then okay, then we go to still images, and I'm not spooked. I'm just not spooked watching the still images. I guess it tries to go back to it, but then it's like, it just sort of fell a bit flat for me, I think. And this section is a good idea, but it didn't quite work for me.
Them. I will show you how they will control your body. Here is the human head, where consciousness exists.
Yeah, this section is a good idea, but it didn't quite work for me. Same guy who made the one with a husk where the politician saw some ritual, got his family killed. No, none of these series have been by the same guy. That was what was that one called? I've forgotten all the names to these. Let me just pull that up. I did like that one though. That one had some good moments too. That was Scarlet Lake Tapes. No. That was Baroque Hour, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Baroque Hour. That was good. That had all these have had issues too, right? You know, none of them are perfect, right? Style is very similar. Yeah, that's analog horror, isn't it? I didn't like this one very much. This was cool. This was a cool idea. This scare didn't land whatsoever for me. I think because he came across as so goofy beforehand. Why is he standing in the bucket? I don't understand. I think that just made him like goofy, and then it's like, okay, I'm not scared by him anymore. This one started okay. But then yeah, it didn't land. Yeah. I don't know. Suggestions. I don't know. What would you do? Go back to black and white? Go back to black and white? No. I think the color can work. Stop joking. Can't sleep without my Morday plush. Yeah, exactly. One day we'll get Morday plushies. One day. Look, I don't know. What would I suggest? A nice spooky images. That I don't know. It just feels like when you just throw it in the middle there, it's not that spooky. This transformation wasn't that spooky. This image is spooky, but it's just sort of there. It's like, okay, what do I do with that? There's like no build up for it. It's just like, boom, spooky. Okay. Should have the door open slowly and someone normal come in and you find out they're not normal. Well, I think that, yeah, the door's slowly being pushed open and they hold on that for fucking ages. Right? Ages. And then it like hard cuts to that would be better. Right? What would you do with this scene? What would you do with this scene?
Bury your consciousness.
I'd get rid of the voiceover. Just completely get rid of the voiceover. Make it darker. Make it way darker. That would help. Get rid of some of these frames. Get rid of half of the frame when it's coming in. And hold on them for longer. Yeah, cut half the frames and hold on them for longer. And then have this slowly fade in. These are suggestions I would make for this. If I didn't want to like do massive overhauls for it. Yeah. Get posable Morday figurines first. They're probably harder to make. Hard cut from video moving to the still image is like anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think you would want the sound to keep playing. Keep the sound playing. I think, yeah. I think with just some minor editing changes, this would be like way spookier. Yeah. Anyway, what am I saying? I'm not a guy who's making analog horror. So, you know, I want to at some point though. I'd like to do that. It'd be fun to do like an analog horror planning stream, but that sort of defeats the point, doesn't it? Because the whole point is like secrets. You don't know what the point is, and when you're planning one out, then you know it all. Maybe we'll do like a single video. we'll plan out a single video. That'd be fun. Really good suggestions and critiques. So thank you very much. I'm coming at it from an editing perspective mostly because that's what I do, right? Yeah. Like I don't think that the pieces, like the art is great. Like, you know, the actual spooky images are spooky, right? this bucket, get you kidding me? The actual spooky images are spooky. So there's good fodder here to turn it into a spooky video. But I just think that the editing is sort of letting it down. And I think it's not getting pushed hard enough. You know, people are saying like in the comments, like, you know, good to have you back, was worried you were gone. I think it's fine to take longer on a video and then make it better. I think it's fine to spend, you know, the extreme example, like I always come back to is Valverde, right? Valverde spends 6 months between each video, but they're amazing, right? He's, again, Alluvium, who made Valverde, is a special case, of course, but his work is jaw-droppingly good. And he spends 6 months in between each video. I think it's been even longer since the last one now. Let's have a quick look, actually. Let's see, let's pull that up. Valverde. The last one was 5 months ago. There you go. But they're roughly 6 months in between. And they're like ridiculously high production value, insane lore, like ridiculous. Like, you know, it's with analog horror, you need quality over quantity. You need to do that because you will absolutely never be successful because of quantity, because there is just so much already, right? And people usually don't watch they don't go and watch you specifically, right? That's not how people watch it. People go and watch videos about your content before they will watch your content. So in order to attract people like that, like, you know, Nightmind and oh, there you go, 4+ down the corner here. 4+. In order to attract people like that, you need to be good. You need to give them a reason to care because they have a million different analog horror series to watch. And if you're going quantity over quality, they're not going to watch it. Why would they? Why would they when they've got Greylock, when they've got other ones that are like amazing quality? And obviously I'm not saying that this one's going for quantity over quality, right? This is still you know, it's got some pretty fantastic stuff here, but I think that it's okay to spend 6 months on a 10-minute episode and then it comes out and it's perfect, right? Again, it does depend on the purpose, right? But if the purpose is just to practice your art and practice your video editing and, you know, get your name out there, then, you know, it is fine to spend a lot less time on it. But if the purpose is to make the absolute best analog horror you can, it's perfectly fine to spend ages on it, right? I call it Valverde. Val is pronounced with an ear to end. Oh, is it? There you go. I thought it was pronounced Val. Valle Verde. There you go. I'll fix that up. Thank you, Nicholas. Valle Verde. That's how it does. That's just how I pronounce things in English. You know, if there's an E on the end, you basically ignore it. But yeah, so I think it would be perfectly fine because the last couple of episodes, right? So there was December 5th, and then there's about a month between them. Look, I think you can spend longer on them and make them longer, make them a bit more interesting, a bit more experimental. Experiment more is what I would say. I would say experiment more because you've got Identity Test, which is a lot more experimental. And a lot of different stuff happening. And I think it's better to do that. I think it's better to have a lot more different stuff happening in there. I think. Yeah, I just think that these last three were just a bit flat. Anyway. But no, there's good stuff here. There's definitely good stuff here. And I think that it can definitely become a very, very interesting series. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, muted just in time. Yeah. I think it's I think plot-wise it's not super special. But you can have some, like, you rely on your great art, like, because the art is great, right? Like the art is fantastic. You know, there's some absolutely fantastic shots here. Like this was such a good shot. And like great art, great pictures in this one. Like no criticism about the art. But just the editing and the packaging, I think could definitely be a lot stronger. But yeah, I would like to see where this goes. I know I say that every time, but we've been getting some good series. Like none of these series I've been like just completely disliked. I've liked a lot of these. I've liked, you know, there's always something that's like at the very least there's always like a kernel of something that's really good in them, and this one has a few things like that. So I'd definitely like to see where it goes next. That's for sure. If you like this video, please consider becoming a patron. Thank you all very much to the patrons who have already supported. Their names are on screen now. If you become a patron, you get access to video previews, scripts, your name in the credits, and seeing main channel videos a week earlier than public.